The SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5P versus the PlayStation Pulse Elite. The real question is whether Sony's pricier headset actually earns the difference for your PS5, because the Nova 5P costs less and doubles the battery life, roughly 60 hours against 30. But spending more isn't always the wrong call, and going cheaper can cost you on comfort or connection. By the end, you'll know which one fits you. Let's make it clear. The SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5P leans on neodymium drivers, with a punchy, crowd-pleasing bass and a companion app packed with sound presets you can tune per game. The Pulse Elite goes a different route with planar magnetic drivers, which basically means a faster, more detailed sound, where you can pick out footsteps and small effects really cleanly. For competitive shooters, that clarity gives the Pulse Elite a slight edge. And there's an opinion about the Pulse Elite that lines up with it, where someone says every effect comes through clean and sharp in shooters. The catch is the bass. It stays accurate, but it doesn't boom. So if you love bass-heavy music or explosive single-player games, the Nova 5P is the more fun listen. Different flavors, and honestly, both sound great for the money. Great sound means nothing if the thing hurts after an hour, though. The Nova 5P is the lighter of the two, with soft, breathable pads, and people who wear glasses report no pressure points even after long sessions. The Pulse Elite is heavier, and its headband is narrower, and that's where some owners run into trouble, because that narrow band can press on the top of your head during marathon play, especially if you've got a larger head. A few people also find the pads start to ache after an hour or two. Not everyone, but enough that it's worth flagging. For all-day comfort, the Nova 5P is the safer pick. That comfort gap matters more once you factor in how each one holds a connection. And here, the Pulse Elite has a real history you should know about. A noticeable number of owners report random disconnects that force you to unplug and replug the dongle, though a lot of it traces back to the dongle sitting near a hot PS5 port, and firmware updates have calmed it down a lot. The Nova 5P is steadier overall, though one review mentions occasional pops during play. That reads more like a one-off than a pattern. Both give you low-latency wireless plus Bluetooth with quick switching, so for everyday reliability, the Nova 5P asks less patience of you. Then there's the number from the intro that's genuinely hard to ignore. The Nova 5P claims around 60 hours against the Pulse Elite's 30, and users confirm the Nova gets close to that. So it's the difference between charging once a week or a few times a week. Both fast charge, giving you hours of play from a short top-up. The twist is convenience. The Pulse Elite comes with a charging hanger you just drop it onto, while the Nova 5P lasts far longer but still charges by cable, which some folks find mildly annoying if they wanted a drop-on dock. So one wins on stamina, the other on the little ritual of keeping it topped up. On the mic, both are fine for party chat and Discord, but neither is a podcast tool. The retractable boom on each is clear enough that your squad hears you well, though I'd give the Nova 5P a small nod for voice clarity. If your priority is work calls, neither is really built for that. Where they split hardest is the ecosystem. The Pulse Elite is built around the PlayStation world, so it pairs instantly with a PS5 and Portal. But here's the limit. You actually need a PS5 to change the EQ, so on PC or phone you're stuck with the flat default. The Nova 5P is the multi-device one, working across PS5, PC, Switch, and phone, with the app and its 100-plus presets available wherever you go, and one-tap Bluetooth switching. If you live beyond the PlayStation bubble, the Nova 5P fits you far better. So what does each give you for the money? The Nova 5P is the cheaper of the two, and it tends to see more discounts, while still bringing the longer battery, the multi-system flexibility, and the presets. What it doesn't bring is premium extras like a charging dock or any active noise canceling. So if that's your thing, look elsewhere. The Pulse Elite costs more and earns some of that with its planar sound and tight PS5 integration. But it also has no active noise canceling, and the bigger long-term question is the build, since a chunk of owners report fragile headbands and ear pads that wear and can't be replaced. That's the real tension at this price. Flexibility and battery on one side, PlayStation first sound, and a slicker dock on the other. My pick is clear. For most of you gaming on a PS5, I'd go with the Nova 5P because the longer battery, the steadier connection, and the all-day comfort settle it more than any spec sheet. It's simply the safer buy here. If you live mostly inside the PlayStation world and you want the sharpest footstep clarity for competitive shooters, the Pulse Elite makes a real case. But if you also game on PC, Switch, or your phone, the Nova 5P is the one that follows you everywhere without hassle. The Nova 5P also tends to drop more often, so watch for a sale. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links are in the description.